This is how you colonize and enslave third world countries. As shown in history, empires always rise and fall. Imagine you are the emperor of a Roman Empire, like back in the days. You would just gather your militants and simply invade a country. However, this could lead to a devastated loss of lives, resources, and you also risk a retaliation which you may never recover from. Most countries nowadays have an alliance and will do anything in their power to protect their allies. Invading a country will not only destroy your reputation within the international affairs, but also could potentially result in regrettable loss of resources and lives of your fellow citizens, hence soldiers or troops. Just imagine that the country you are invading has an alliance with the superpowers such as Russia, America, or China. You would end up in a pretty bad situation, wouldn't you? This is also not a good task for your public relations or for your governance public relation team to repair your reputation. Anyways, your goal is expansionism. You want more power. You want more control. You need resources. Your country just ran out of oil. Your country is a bit of shithole. You need to extort where there is resources without ruining your country's reputation or getting into international conflict. Debt. Debt is perhaps the most brutal and effective way to create an imperialistic empire and colonize a modern-day country. You need to act in a way which is hegemonic with your policies that is affecting the third world external debt. You have to be very careful and avoid allegations of coercive imperialistics, domination, and exploitation. This means you have to be very subtle. There are currently hundreds of global corporations operating in Africa. Imagine you are a businessman or a powerful politician who is also a shareholder or have invested in one of these corporations. These corporations may include constructions, medical, major power plants, major armed militants, or civil engineering. Let's say everyone in these corporations wants more power, including you. I'm talking billions. Or they are unable to operate locally due to political correctness or other policies imposed by the government or your government. Now, how are you going to make profits? How are you going to make those billions of dollars you guys desire? Africa. Corruption in African countries is hindering economics, political, and social development. It is the biggest barrier for healthy economic growth, acceptable governance, and freedom. Countries are unable to hold their governments to an account due to the restriction of freedom of speech. Now it is very easy for you and your evil corporation to convince a country or allow your corporation to build things. You can justify that, let's build this by stating how your investment will enhance the economy and make their lives easier. But there's a problem. They don't have the money. The projects could potentially cost billions of dollars. They simply can't afford it. This is where you introduce debt. So now that country can afford the project. This loan or investment can be provided by international bankers or by the central bank, for example, Central Bank of England or the Federal Reserve. This compromises the third world country's growth and development because of foreign equity. If you are playing the role of foreign equity, this means you own the interest and value of foreign assets that are owned by your country or by your corporation. So if there comes a day where the country cannot afford to pay back the interest, you simply own those projects. This includes construction companies, agriculture, and so on. They can be purely yours based on the breach of contracts. Now you have a country that you purely own all the major top corporations for those industries. Now you have successfully colonized a country. This is how you colonize a modern country. The next video I will discuss the use of divide and conquer and how your corporation can profit by selling weapons to tribal enemies. I will also speak about how to control a third world country financial system. This will allow you to extort resources such as diamond, copper, oil, and valuable resources, which you can get them at a very cheap price. Thank you for watching. I did not make this video to teach you how to do this stuff, but just to inform you that this is what happens to a lot of countries in Africa. I don't desire to be corrupt or ruin a country economy by the usage of these strategies. This is just for educational purpose only. Thank you for watching.